Alrighty, good morning ladies and gentlemen, this is Hairy Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters. Going to be checking out some non-South Korean players in this game, I do believe. So let's start by checking out our first player down the bottom left side of the map. He is Mr. TLO. He is 24 years of age, from Germany, plays for Team Liquid, and he is, of course, very, very awesome. And his opponent down the bottom right side of the map is Mr. Happy. Where's his sheet? Gotta pull that up. He is 23 years of age, from Russia, plays for Team Empire. So a couple of very, very awesome foreign, aka non-South Korean players. Oh god, I wanted to select this thing. Let's follow this guy. He's going to be shooting around, he's going to be seeing all three bases, and yeah, that pretty much tells him all he needs to know. He doesn't have to worry about a one base bailing rush or something stupid like that. So it's pretty standard stuff from Mr. TLO, and pretty standard stuff from Mr. Happy as well, going for that extremely fast expansion. I think he went for it after the barracks. No, probably before that barracks, actually, I think. Maybe after, maybe before. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, so regardless, still pretty good. Got a couple of lings running out there. The Overlord does get shot in the ass a little bit, but this Marine unfortunately cannot fly, so not much hope of that Overlord being killed anytime soon. And those lings are going to be running around. They're not going to see a third base, which I'm sure Mr. TLO is very happy about. Yeah. Although, I suppose TLO would be happy about seeing a third base, because then he could go in there and just start knocking it over. Although he's not really in a position to knock it over. He hasn't really got the units, so maybe it would suck for him if there was a third base. But then again, if there's a third base, it would be behind Happy's main area on top of the cliff, so TLO wouldn't see it anyway. So maybe it doesn't mean anything that he can't see it down here. It just means that Happy is not doing anything incredibly fast, macro-y, stupid-y kind of play. But regardless, let's have a look at what is going on here. I got a tech lab on a starport, so it's either triple M play or it's a fast Banshee. And I would not be surprised to see either, because with this base out here, a Banshee is going to be so awesome. So yeah, there we go, moving it over, and it's going to be seeing a Banshee. The Overlord's going in. The Overlord knows this is the time that Banshees will be coming out, and the Marine going nuts on it. It don't think it's going to make it to actually see the Banshee. It's making a move. The Marine's still shooting it in the ass, but it's going, oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be very, very close. Come on, keep moving, Overlord. He sees the starport. He does not see the tech lab. I don't know if he actually figured out what was being built on there, but damn, that was close. If he had gone a little bit further, he could have seen the tech lab, and then he would have known, but he's going to be building some spores anyway. And look at this, man. Those Hellions really taking the meat out of that worker bunch right there. Really going nuts. Oh man, how many workers? 12. You have got to be shitting me. That is 12 workers that have died for TLO so far, and oh my god, this is why this base, I mean, it's a third base, but damn, this base sucks for defending against Hellions. And he had so many workers out there, apparently. Those Hellions just went absolutely berserk. And now look at this. 4 more Hellions coming out. And why the hell not? Because the last light destroyed 12 workers. That's insane. Absolutely insane. And with only Queens to defend, the Spine Crawler, a couple of Lings come out, but they're not helping. Workers going down once again. Only killed 2 workers this time, so far, anyway. And yeah, the Spine Crawler is slowly doing their job, but man, that's a nutso amount of workers. I don't think he's going to go in for a third time, though. He does have a couple of Banshees, though. 2 Banshees now. Are they going to get spotted? Yes, they are. The Lings coming on in. They see the Banshees. They see the Lings. They see the base. Oh, not quite able to destroy that worker. But anyway, whatevers. So, yeah, TLO definitely knows that he's dealing with, whatchamacallit, Banshees right now. Building a Spore Crawl over there. Got another one under the Overlord, which makes it very hard for me to see, but it also makes it very hard for Happy to target it, because of course you can't target it because you end up targeting the Overlord instead, so it is a pain in the ass. There is a reason why they put the Overlord on top of there. It's not just to piss the caster off and hide all their buildings from the caster. So anyway, Bailing Nest coming on up. We've got a Roach Warren. We do have a... No, we don't have a lair, do we? Oh, here we go. The Banshee's coming on in. getting some sweet hits off on the Queen, but they do back off when they get close to the Spore Crawler. And yeah, it's going to have to move back out. The Banshees coming along here, just having a bit of a zoom around, seeing what they can do. They've got a few kills already. 1 kill there, so 2 kills there. That's another couple of kills there. This little area there is quite a bit open, so we got 3 kills pretty easily. A TLO, 17 workers coming out, so he definitely does not want to fall behind on the macro, but he is not looking very good at the moment here. 1 Banshee is close to being killed, but still, they're doing so many kills right here. And yeah, the worker loss count is just getting absolutely obscene. 26 at the moment. That is 26 workers lost at the 11-minute mark. There are probably some bronze level players who don't even have 26 workers at the 11-minute mark. But TLO in Masters level style is actually a Grandmaster. So in Grandmasters level style has still managed to got 72 workers out. But that is really going to be draining on his army size and on his tech. So he's got half the army size, and he's only just getting a lair now. Stuff like that, only just getting a Hydralisk Den. He could have had those a little bit earlier, but you can see that having to build all of those workers all over again is not going to allow him to turn into the macro beast that we know he wants to. He's going to have to try something else here. And this base may buy TLO a little bit of time here to get out some roaches, because he desperately needs those roaches when the Hellions come along. Because, oh, they've switched into Hellbats. This is not good news. Oh, they've switched back into Hellions. That's the wrong time to be switching back into Hellions. The roaches just go nuts. Although Blue Flame from Hellions will eventually kill him, and the Bailing's waiting over there. And the Hellions decide to beat a retreat the hell out of there. And it does look like Happy is going for full mech play. We've got 1-1 on the Hellions. And we've got 2-2 on the way. Got a bunch of Hellbats coming up, bunch of Thors, bunch of Starports as well. Maybe thinking about Medivacs for supporting the Hellbats. Maybe thinking about more Banshees or just Vikings. But I don't think Vikings are going to be a necessary part of his army anytime soon. Although he definitely does need some tanks. And there they go. The tanks are coming out now. And the tanks will be ever so helpful in dealing with this mass roach push. And it does look like Hydras are coming out as well, and Hydras are going to be pretty awesome against a lot of this stuff. They're going to take out the Banshees with ease. They're going to take out the Hellions with ease. The Thors, yeah, not going to do so well against the tanks though. The tanks they're going to have to do something about. Maybe Lings running in, or I don't know. But yeah, the tanks are going to start to own everything if Happy gets a lot of it. It doesn't look like it. It looks like he's there for mass Thor, which is something absolutely crazy, man. I'd expect to see a good Hellbat tank mix with some Thors as support for anti-air, but mass tank? I mean, mass Thor? I mean, that's crazy. That's a really crazy play. He's got the macro for it. Those 71 workers under 76. He can afford to build, I think he was almost building 4 of them at a time, which is insane. Look at that, 4 Thors at a time. That's 200 gas and 300 minerals, I do believe, for a Thor. So he is absolutely nuts. And when that 2-2 comes up, he should be able to just roll in and annihilate everything. TLO is going to need an extreme amount of Hydras to deal with this. I don't think roaches are going to cut it. I really don't. Look at these 2 Thors just running away, getting the hell out of there, and TLO sees the army and he's like, oh, yeah, maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe not. He is getting a fair amount of Banshees, I think. He's got 5 so far, which is not going to be too bad. Very nice Hellion push over there. Unfortunately, they're not very good at destroying buildings, so not going to happen, but they might be able to get a scout off. Getting all the way in there. They see the infestation pit, which is new. It's like there wasn't here last time I was here. They must have built it at some point. And yes, that's pretty good stuff. He's also got, yeah, a whole bunch of upgrades. I'm waiting to see level 3 coming out for Happy, but I suppose he's spending so much gas on all the Thors he can barely afford it. There we go, there's level 3 attack coming out. The Rock's coming out as well. So TLO looking to push out as far as he can and get some stuff happening. And yeah, we will see how Happy's defense is holding. He's full up army-wise, and TLO is going to be able to get a little bit more than him because TLO's actually lost a ton of workers. Not a ton, but he's down to 60, which he was a little bit less than he was before. I already zoomed out. I feel like we need an ultra zoom mode for this many units, because it's just absolutely nuts. Look at these guys going in, the roaches going in, trying their absolute best, but I think that TLO might be a little bit outgunned here. He's got 2-2, but so does Happy, and Happy has a wealth of expensive units here. I mean, the Thor is just insane, the tank's pretty good, and TLO trying to do some hit and run. He knows if he approaches Happy while the tanks are sieged up, he is going to lose. So he's going to try and hit and run, go in there, hit some units, get out of there before the tanks have a time to siege up. But he needs to be careful, because if he pulls back too far, then what's going to happen is going to happen right now. The tanks are going to siege up in range of these buildings. He's using some Viper crap all over the place to stop the tanks, but Happy very wisely has put some tanks out of range of the Vipers at the backside to defend against the units going in, and so far is doing a pretty good job. The first wave is sort of going down. He's lost a ton of units to those Hydras and to the Roaches, but he's killed a lot of them, and the tanks at the backside have survived. Banshee's doing a great job as well. I think the Hydras are too busy trying to hit the Thors and the Hellbats, so the Banshees have mostly survived, and now they are really getting into it, going nuts. A couple more Vipers coming out, yanking in some Vikings. I don't think that's the unit he meant to yank in, because there's nothing he has that can actually destroy it. Yanking in some tanks would be a great idea at this point. He destroys all the tanks, he may be able to push the rest of these guys away. He's going for it, but the tanks up the backside doing a fair amount of damage. Roaches coming in, flanking from the top side. Starting to look a lot better from TLO. That flank really helped him out now. And the Roaches moving in, but I don't know if he's got enough strength to take out the tanks. The Banshee's just doing so much damage. 10 kills, 15 kills, 11 kills. These Banshees are just worth their weight in gold in this battle. I don't know if they do extra damage to Armored. I don't believe so, but they're just doing a fantastic job. Really fantastic. And they were kind of the icing on the cake, I guess, those Banshees were. And it just did so much damage, and TLO was too busy trying to get with the mech on the ground that I don't know if he really planned for the mech in the air, and it just sort of pushed him over the edge. So great play by Happy. One of the very few games that I've seen a Terran player try to go mech against the Zerg, and I don't know if I've ever seen them succeed before, but he definitely succeeded now. I'll tell you what, if you want to go mech versus Zerg, Banshees are pretty awesome, because I mean, if they're going Mutiling, maybe it's kind of funky, but if they're going Roach Hydra, you definitely get some Banshees, because they are awesome. Very awesome. And there we go. Game done. And yeah, Mr. Happy taking it out, doing an excellent job. So thank you very much for watching this game. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Stay tuned.